North Korea's starving soldiers launch raids for food as Kim splashes out on missiles. Desperate North Korean soldiers are terrorizing their own population by pillaging farms for food as the state pours its money into Kim's nuclear missile program. Raids on local properties are said to be soaring after Pyongyang stopped funding rations for its army, splurging all its resources on the weapons program. Military personnel in the hermit state have been told to find their own food supplies. And desperate North Korea soldiers have been launching raids on farmland for supplies so they can be combat-ready in preparation for World War III. Local media reported one recent incident saw a huge number of soldiers from the state's elite unit, the 43rd Brigade, launching a surprise attack in a rural area of Kopsum. A source told the Daily NK, they all gathered for the surprise attack, fanned out across the farms and swept up all the corn. It's not an everyday occurrence for the 43rd Brigade to go around plundering the farms. They have become much more brazen this year. Local residents have begun complaining the army has turned into a gang of bandits, desperate for food and money because it is so chronically undersupplied. Experts say villagers are unlikely to fight back due to fears of reprisals by the authoritarian regime. And there are fears that, if war does break out, the soldiers' lack of military discipline could see them run amok if they make it across the border into South Korea. Last month, it was revealed soldiers had been told to start collecting their own food for the first time as money was diverted into dictator Kim Jong-un's missile program. Citizens have previously been ordered to collect rice for the army as part of the Hermit Kingdom's decades-old military-first policy. Army chiefs are said to be turning a blind eye to the widespread looting because they believe war is imminent and they want troops to keep up their strength. Pyongyang has repeatedly warned its army is ready for war as tensions continue to run high with the United States. A saber-rattling editorial in the regime's mouthpiece newspaper Rodong Sinmun this week said U.S. President Donald Trump had been sentenced to death by the North Korean people. The U.S. president was branded a hideous criminal and cockroach who was declaring war on the nation. It appeared after Mr. Trump branded Kim short and fat in a Twitter barb that caused outrage in the communist outposts. The paper wrote, "The worst crime for which he can never be pardoned is that he dared to malignantly hurt the dignity of the supreme leadership. He should know that he is just a hideous criminal sentenced to death by the Korean people."